Usually we choose either fight or flight. But here are the questions for our consideration. When we fight, are we trying to prove something, or we're really enjoying the fight? Yeah. And when we flight, when we try to escape, this is where we just escaping. What are we really afraid of? So when we are able to work with our mindset, one of the benefit is we always have the awareness and the capability to coach ourselves, right? And talk to ourselves and see the real reason behind in the iceberg part. When we coach others, we try to help them to realize what are their patterns, belief systems, emotions, feelings under the iceberg. However, when we talk to ourselves, this is also an important skills that as a leader, as a coach, as a consultant, as a trainer, as an influencer, we all need to have that capability. Where is the awareness?
Hi there, Adrian here, and this is a video from a Zoom session that we do. We do these Zoom sessions every Sunday, and we take questions and answers from the audience, some of our students, some of our members. We never know what questions are coming up, so I'm always excited to do these sessions, and I hope to see you at one of them. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below and check out the other playlists that we have. Thank you, enjoy.
Later, I believe we have chance to connect more, and I would like this to be not just a sharing from Karen, but more interactive, and later I can hear your opinion. And most of my sections or sharings are related to personal takeaway. So I wish it's just 1 hour to 1 hour and a half. However, you will be able to take away something really useful for yourself or for the coaching or training business you are doing, or any occasions that you face. Yeah. And the reason I chose the subject today, foster your success with growth mindset, came from my discussion with Estelita before, when we prepare for the sharing. And we gone through many of the leadership mindset topic and motivate topic. And then we found that growth mindset is one of, let's say, very popular in US and Europe, in other international companies and organizations, because it's really practical, and it's applicable for not only organizational leaders, but also each individuals. It really applies. And it's very simple to use, very easy to understand. And so I hope this can also give you some aha moments today. And some information about me. Why am I here? My name is Karen, and my Chinese name is Huang Jingyi. So you can call me Jingyi as well if you want. I quoted one picture when I was giving a keynote speaking in one of the biggest job forum in China, 58 job. And this is one of my favorite quotes that I do believe everyone desires to have higher value in life. That's why we're doing coaching, we're doing all the business that help people to develop, right? And here you can see some of my bios, but I'm not going to go through them one by one. You can just read it. But basically, I have 22 years in the career. And the first 9 years, I was in business, customer service, and BD and client relationship, and then process excellence for business team. And then I moved into global training in Maersk. And then the first 9 years I was in business, and then the second 6 years I was in HR management in Walmart, Gucci, and I built the training academy in-house. And starting from 2016, I converted my career into professional consultant. I built my own consulting company and coaching curriculums. So now I provide service more to the MNCs like JP Morgan, and I'm back to Gucci as well, LVMH, to help them to develop the local talents in China and basically Asia. And sometimes we also do global projects. So growth mindset is actually one of the topic has been asked by our client very often these days. Sometimes we do half-day workshop, sometimes we do 1 hour sharing. While the idea is really to help people to have more positive mindset and convert from the limited mindset into growth mindset faster than before, right? We all know the time is now. Feels like going faster. Anybody feel the same like me? Say yes in chat or turn on your microphone. Everything goes faster than before. So we want to help people also to transit the mindset to become positive and get positive results faster than before. Yeah. Yes, for sure. Somebody said the earth is turning faster than before. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but we do feel things and changes happen faster these days. Okay, so I'm going a little fast because I know today I have just like 60 minutes to share, and then we have time to do Q&A and interaction. So I brought 3 key topics today. First one is to understand how mindset is influencing our behaviors and performance. Yeah. And second is everyone here, we have chance to do an exercise to recognize if you have any fixed mindset, which limits your development, and how do we convert into growth mindset? Yeah. Here, we're not saying growth mindset is better than fixed mindset. There's no good or bad. They are just 2 types of mindsets. Yes, yes or yes. Yeah. But we need to identify in what circumstance fixed mindset work the best for us, and in what circumstance we do need to apply growth mindset to foster the success. So that is the distinguishment I would like to also share with you and also get your opinion today. And last but not least, I would like to receive your feedback on your aha moment today. And more importantly, is there any action plan on change you would like to take for yourself for better, not better, but easier success in future? Yeah. Okay. Let's check how mindset influences our behaviors. That's actually the key reason why we are talking about mindsets, right? And as most of us are coaches or interested in coaching, I will assume you have heard some of this information or teach this information. Well, the key I would like to share with you here is when we help the team or individual to improve performance, some of the clients will ask for some training on the skills. However, as consultant, we will always do our best to convince them, start with mindset. Yeah, if the mindset is not changed, no matter how many skills you learn, you will see somehow they still get obstacles or bottleneck. And so the key to higher performance these days is extremely important to carry the new mindset because it brings the new results. And how many of you have seen these fight or flight reactions? Yeah, if you have heard of it or know about it, you can wave or you can type 1 in the chat box. Yeah, you're familiar with that, right? So as a human being, usually we react in changes or dangers or any of the uncertain things. Usually we choose either fight or flight. But here are the questions for our consideration. When we fight, are we trying to prove something or we're really enjoying the fight? Yeah. And when we flight, when we try to escape, where we are, this is where we just escaping. What are we really afraid of? So when we are able to work with our mindset, one of the benefit is we always have the awareness and the capability to coach ourselves, right? And talk to ourselves and see the real reason behind in the iceberg part. When we coach others, we try to help them to realize what are their patterns, belief systems, emotions, feelings under the iceberg. However, when we talk to ourselves, this is also an important skills that as a leader, as a coach, as a consultant, as a trainer, as an influencer, we all need to have that capability. Where is the awareness? While talking about the mindset, I would like to again introduce the book from Professor Carol Dweck, the book Mindset. Actually, there's something funny. The first time I teach about growth mindset was with a project of senior leader program with JP Morgan in China. And my partner in UK shared with me the presentation and then mentioned this book. And that was the first time I encountered growth mindset and fixed mindset. Well, then my husband said, hey, we do have this book at home. It's just in the shelf. So why don't you read the book instead of just the PPT? And I said, okay, great. That sounds wonderful. And I regret that I didn't read the book earlier because there were too many books to read. However, this all changed my life since then, and also changed my professional career in coaching and training, because I found in many occasions it's much easier to guide our coaches and to guide our trainees, even if they are leaders or individual contributor. So in this book, Professor Dweck, she done a lot of researches and experiments in the mindset, and they found that the fixed mindset is really based on a belief that our core qualities are predetermined and that our performance is the best measure of our potential already, right? And then the growth mindset is based on the belief that our core qualities can be nurtured, developed, and improved upon, and that our performance does not measure our potential. To put it in simple, fixed mindset is something that we say, now is that, okay? Now is already the reflection of the best I can have. While growth mindset will look at now and future and say, even if there's something not perfect yet, I know if I put effort, I can be there. So in Chinese, I always translated the fixed mindset into limited mindset, because with fixed mindset, it's kind of a the bottle of water, we have a lid there, and so, okay, these are the water I already have, it's good enough. While in growth mindset, we leave this open and always have space to input new water, and this water can always go out. It's really, really free. Now let's make a small exercise together, okay? So I have from A to M, so all of them are speaking. And let's try to identify who is speaking from growth mindset and who is speaking from fixed mindset. Yeah? So A, it might be a speaking, or might be just a thought going on. Yeah? I'm not good enough. Yeah. So a project comes and your boss say, hey, Karen, would you like to take the opportunity to lead the project? And then suddenly a voice in my head say, oh no, really? Am I good enough? I'm not good enough. Right. Okay, so if you see, just very quick quiz, yeah? For A, if it's a fixed mindset, you just put F in chat box. If it's growth mindset, just put G. All right. I'm not good enough. It's quite obvious, right? Okay, and B, it can't be more, it can't be me. Yeah. So this opportunity here, it can't be me. B is a fix or growth. Or maybe you can, it's easier. If you don't put in the chat, you can also give me a sign. For example, okay, you're putting great. Fix. Yeah. And C, can I really make it? Also quite obvious, right? Yeah. Fix. And D said, I can never reach the level. Okay. So, that, the other day we went to a really cool show, and I went with one of my friends who's a designer. And all the clothes were so beautiful. And then my friend said, oh my God, that designer is so great. I can never reach his level. In this moment, maybe it looks like. However, if you do have this mindset, if you speak this language, we need to mind how are we attracting this energy to ourselves. It's totally fixed mindset. Yeah. Okay, yes, fix. And E said, she's just more talented than me. Okay, one of your colleagues got promoted and she just joined the company similar time like you, but she got promoted earlier than you. And some of the people will comfort themselves, say, oh, she's just more talented than me. Is that fix or grow? You see grow. Okay, we'll come back to that. And F said, my performance is already reflecting my capability and potentials. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, right? In the last slide, we already mentioned. Yeah. And for G, I don't know how yet, but I believe something can be done if differently. Yes, Jennifer mentioned G is grow. Yeah. H, oh, sorry. Where are you? Yes. H, I have all resources. Yeah. You see, like the left side is more fixed, right? And now I say I'm not the best speaking I'm not the best speaker in public, but I can practice to improve, right? So for I, she also recognized she is not yet super good in presentation. However, she think about I can practice to improve. So through making efforts, I can change. My performance now is not reflecting my real potential. All right. Cool. Yes. And J, I create my future. That's obvious too, right? Definitely growth, yeah. And K mentioned I can reach that level if I want and put effort. Same case. That designer is so cool. I'm also a designer. I'm not in his level yet, but I can reach the level if I want and put effort. So you see, even some people start with fixed mindset. If he has the awareness and he's able to convert the fix to growth mindset, the energy total change and the action will also totally change. Yes, KLM, all of them. I deserve unconditional self recognition. I can reveal my potential to reach higher performance through learning and efforts. Right? So here are just some examples for you to recognize when a voice comes up to your head or a language you are using to speak. So the first step is to be able to recognize them, to be aware. Why is it so important? How many of you have seen formula like this? Influence from mindset to your feeling, to your belief, and then your feeling, let's say emotions, and then action and then result. Yeah. If we do have growth mindset, mindset is invisible, right? But it will come visible through this track. So the mindset, if you remember the iceberg on coaching, mindset is in a very deep ocean. And whatever kind of mindset we have will help us to create some beliefs. And then the belief will help us to create some thoughts. And with that thoughts, we'll start to have feelings and we start to show in the emotions. And then we start to take action with that emotion. And it becomes a daily practice. So if we do carry growth mindset, especially in career-wise, in facing challenges, in facing failures, in facing difficulties, especially, yeah, it really leads to success. While if we carry fixed mindset, you see the same pattern, then the fixed belief feels down, act passively, and we start to judge, start to criticize, start to complain, start to self-sabotage sometimes, right? And somehow it leads to failure. So if you see the line in the middle, we consider the energy line. Online energy usually proactively take responsibility and search for solutions when encountering problems. And offline energy will find excuses and feels pain in negative emotions when encountering problems. This formula actually helped me personally on daily basis. We're all human beings, right? There are ups and downs. And if we experience the emotions like this along the line, I want to say congratulations because you're alive. It's like the heart, how to say that in English? The heart diagram. Like when you go physical check, the doctor check your heartbeats. So you do have this wave, right? So we're alive. And if we do have, I haven't seen one person have one line online all the time or offline all the time. Everybody have ups and downs. But the difference between the super successful people and not yet successful people are usually how quick they go from offline to online. And so all these tools way of learning, I think, is more helping us to be aware in a moment, right? Like, thank you, Jennifer. So I always tell my trainees or coaches that I teach you one technique, like 1 second, you move from offline to online. So I show them this slide. 1 second means you remember the line. So, today I really, like this morning, I need to make a video to send to my students to start a new program, but I was stuck in the script. I really don't know what to write. I have no inspirations. In that moment, I feel, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And then start to delay. And in that moment, I was totally offline. The fixed mindset that was telling me, I'm not able to write a script. I'm not good enough. I promise to send today. I'm going to screw up. And so thanks to my husband, give me a reminder. He said, you don't have to think so big. Just write a small 2 minutes just to say welcome and just to tell them you are experiencing a difficult time. And now you welcome them and then you will send them something again next week. So, okay, that's easy. And so in 1 second, I also move from offline to the online, say, if I cannot give them a perfect video, maybe I can start with a 2-minute video. And then we spend 30 minutes to make the recording, beautify a little bit, put a subtitle, and send. So sometimes the mindset change is really just in 1 second if you are aware of the line. Okay, so far so good? Yeah. So can you give me one keyword or from any of the above, any of inspiration you have now, or any keyword you take from the sharing or from any of the slides or from any sharing from the others? You can write in the chat.
Can I? I'm researching more, learning about growth mindset and fixed mindset, and I really like this slide. It is so really changing for me. This last slide you are sharing, that we have line and there is online and offline energy. And yes, it is real what you are saying. Like heartbeat. So if we are going up and down, that means we are alive.
Yeah, we need to
And
forgive
it
ourselves
goes-
if we have moment offline.
Yes. To say it is okay, but it is important to recognize and to say it is okay.
Yes.
It is okay to be offline, but also to be aware that we have inner power we can use to move to online, to change the energy. Thank you for sharing this.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Daco. That's really, really important. Because we train CEOs and GMs and executives, and almost everybody's searching for a way to be successful all the time, to be online all the time. But after study of the top CEOs or that we call successful people, you don't find anyone really just 100% enjoy the sweet moments only. That's life, right? Sweet or bitter, sour, spicy, and then ups and downs. And really the biggest differentiation is how quick we come out from the offline situation and go back to online. And that's the fun of life, right? Like roller coasters go ups and downs. Yeah. If you're always up, if it's a line, the heart doesn't beat. Okay, so let's move on. Yes, Jennifer, daily practice. Our every moment, that's awareness.
It
A
makes
positive
us
attitude.
proactively search to go online. Yes, we need to search to discover.
Yes. Actually, this line is being used in many occasions. Like Jay mentioned, a positive attitude, right? And actually, if you are into emotional intelligence, emotional management, the line is also there. So for example, we tend to experience positive energies or positive emotions, right? Like happy, joyful, exciting, love and forgiveness, peace, joy, etc. While offline, you also encounter, for example, sad, disappointment. What else? If we talk about it, we can talk about 3 days because there's a lot of emotions, or like low self-esteem or hate, resentment, etc. So it's also normal to feel offline or underlying, let's say, underlying emotions, right? Everybody have the down moment. Well, which matters is how quick we move from the underline to above the line. Yeah. In future, if I change, we also talk about emotions. I know Adrian is a professional on that. In NLP practitioner, in NLP courses, you always learn about iceberg emotions and all the stuff. And that's something in future we can also discuss about. All right, now, first, we are aware where are the growth mindsets, where are the fixed mindsets, and how do they influence our belief, our feeling, our action, and our result. Now, how do we recognize the fixed mindsets and convert to growth mindset? Like we mentioned, there's so many different mindsets, right? You just recognize from Mr. A to Mr. M, there's so many thoughts, so many languages that we use. While in Professor Deware's work, they do identify 6 triggers that we can identify our beliefs and our mindsets. Yeah. So we choose our beliefs and act accordingly. And here is the animation to show you how growth mindset and how fixed mindset works under different triggers. All right. Now, we already know growth mindset is more positive, let's say. Let's give examples. And my belief is that there's going to be a new system for my work. So my belief is the new system will work, right? So now you will consider if the system fail, then you will consider failure as an opportunity to grow, right? And you will say, I can learn to do anything I want. Or you can say, challenge help me to grow. My effort and attitude determine my abilities. Feedback is constructive. I like to try new things, blah, blah, blah. And, and then the fixed mindset person, if you see a new system launching, very negative because the old system is working well. Finally, we spent 2 years to finalize the process, and the old system is really working well. Why do we need to change? So the belief or the subconsciousness is telling the new system won't work. The old one work better. So if we have that belief, how the fixed mindset work is, whenever the system is down, then this person will think failure is the limit of my abilities. You see, I told you the old one is better. And he was thinking, I don't like to be challenged. I can either do it or I cannot. Or when I'm frustrated, I give up. I don't want to use the system anymore. So you will see actually in the behaviors, very obviously, this person in this moment is considering with fixed mindset or growth mindset. Right? So if you are a coach, when you are coaching people, this also help you to identify very quickly what is your coachee experiencing. It's your choice to mention it or to give feedback to this person or not. However, at least this is a tool that you can use to observe what your coach is experiencing. And then when you ask the next questions, when you are trying to give feedback, you have the evidence, you have the fact, you have your own feelings, and that will become your resources. All right. Okay, and now the triggers. there are 6 main triggers where you will be able to identify the mindset very clear. First trigger is challenges. Yeah. So when you have new challenges, when you are doing the job that you used to be very, very good at, and suddenly something happened and system is down, or your boss say you need to add 20% more revenue on this project, or your best team members say, hey, I'll quit. So you can have any kind of challenges in the moment. Right? So for growth mindset person, when challenges occurs, they will consider, okay, I recognize my feelings, my emotions, I'm not happy. However, this is an opportunity for us to learn, or an opportunity for us to improve. Why people leave me in such important moment, right? If I have to add 20% revenue, what is the opportunity we can challenge our existing resources, and how can we really do beyond our potential? Let's try it. Yeah. And then they will keep learning to make it, and in the process they try to enjoy this process and find improvement. While if it's a fixed mindset person in the moment, when challenge comes, first thing they will feel is pain. Oh my God, it's me again. Why am I so unlucky? And this person, I'm paying him well, but in this important moment, he chose to leave me. What a start to curse. And then my boss, he's such a badass, and I already do my best, and now I need to give 20% more sales. I'm so fed up with this job. And with these mindsets, this person will start to add protection. Maybe try to reject to fulfill that, or try to escape, fight or flight, right? But big chances the challenge will not come out with the best if it's a fixed mindset. Okay, so another 5 scenarios. After I explain these 6 triggers, I will invite you to do an exercise with yourself. So you can already start to reflect on your own situation, like under challenge, what kind of challenge would trigger you, right? And in what circumstance you might have growth mindset when you meet challenges, but what kind of challenges actually trigger your fixed mindset? Because everybody have growth mindset and fixed mindset in different occasions. And this is an exercise for us to recognize those fixed mindset that really limit our success, and let's try to convert it. Yeah. Okay, now I keep explaining the other 5 triggers. So far, so good? Am I speaking too fast? It's okay?
It's okay.
Good? Cool. Right. I see Will. Okay. Yes. Cool. So obstacles is obvious as a little different than challenges, right? Obstacles is just some difficulties in the way. And let me give you an example. For example, the project is going very well, and suddenly you found that data that you used to get from one company is no longer available, right? Or some competitor has started a new strategy and take more clients from you, or whatever obstacles you encounter. So fixed mindset person, again, will tend to think, oh my God, it's too hard for me. And I'm so unlucky. That person is more lucky than me, blah, blah, blah. However, growth mindset person will consider, oh, obstacles. Let's see, what can we do? If you know about Strengths Finder, Gallup Strengths Finder, anybody know about that? Or you have experience with it? With a Strengths Finder, there's one talent or one strength called defeat obstacles. There's some profile of people who love to deal with obstacles. Well, that means some people hate obstacles, right? So you need to identify what is the triggering obstacles for you. as well. What kind of obstacle can trigger your fixed mindset? Okay. And number 3 is effort. Effort refers to the occasions that need you to put efforts. Yeah. Yeah. For example, the gym. I can share with you one of my trigger of fixed mindset, because to go to gym, we really need to go there every day. For me, every day, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. to go to the gym. And I promised to myself I should go there continuously 30 days nonstop. Well, the first 10 days worked really well. On the 11th day, I woke up 7:20 and I say, why don't we give us a break? We don't have to do it every day. It's so difficult. And what am I doing this for? I need to do effort. Actually, my target for 7 days, 30 days is to be able to go to the beach and wear bikini and really look nice. And for that, you need to put effort. But in that moment, I said, no, I want to sleep. So it was really not a drive for me to go to the gym. And then the alarm rings. Thanks to my habits with growth mindset, I have alarm. There was a word saying bikini, beach. And I said, okay, let's get up. That's like a reminder, something that you want, right? So for me, that's my motivation. And for you, you also need to find your own motivation. However, in that moment, the fixed mindset is, I want to do whatever I want. I don't want a self-discipline. I just want to sleep whatever I want. This is just my example, but other efforts like in a work, if you really have to work late, you really have to study some essays, you really have to learn some new techniques, you really have to work maybe more than the others, would you like to take it? Yeah, would you like to put effort, or you think, no need, for this effortless? Yeah, we don't really need to do more effort on that. And skills refers to the moments that you need to learn and train up new skills. And fixed mindset person tend to take it down and say, it's too much efforts to learn new skills. I'm already doing okay. I'm already having good enough. I don't have to learn new skills. A growth mindset person will intend to learn the new skills and really believe that the new skills can help them to go one step further. And criticism and the success of others are the most typical triggers that I have seen in many of people in the workplace. Criticism is, for example, when you receive constructive feedback from the others. For example, after the session today, somebody told me, hey, Karen, your sharing is too long. It's very boring. You should add more interaction, or you should add videos, and you should do more animations. Okay, so people start to criticize. Or you go in the street and somebody say, hey, what happened to you? You gain weight these days, and you should lose your weight. All right. So people give very direct criticism. And how do you react to those criticisms? If you do have growth mindset on this trigger, you will consider its area for improvement. You consider it's something I don't see by myself, but somebody else is reflecting for me. While if you have fixed mindset for this trigger, you will consider, this person is mean to me. How can you say that? I put so much effort, I prepare so much, or I am fat. So why do you need to say this to me? You're hurting me. So they feel hurt. They feel pain. This is a very common feeling we see in fixed mindset triggers, is feeling pain. All right. Last but not least, yes, that's my first reaction when I face a fixed mindset, but after I take some time to relax and reflect, I'm challenging to, yes, it's something that again, that's a training for ourselves, right? First, we will recognize what are the triggers that we experience fixed mindset. And then we find the conversion from the offline energy to online energy, shift to growth mindset, and it totally helped to shift our energy and the result as well. I see new friend coming in. Mom, hello, how are you? Okay, and the last trigger here is success of others. This one has been a big one in my career in the first 10 years. So again, let's imagine you join a company with this person similar time, and after 1 year, he got promoted and you don't. Or you work for the same project, and on the summary meeting, your boss always say good words about this person, while your efforts are not being mentioned. Or even success of your spouse, you feel, hey, why he's getting this salary raise but I don't? So when you face success of others, if you feel pain, if you feel jealous, if you feel anything bad that make you feel the emotions under the line, you might be experiencing fixed mindset consequence. And for growth mindset, when facing successful others, we consider, oh, how come I joined company the same time as this person and he got promoted? What did he do right? I want to figure out. Maybe he's really doing something in the back, putting more efforts than what I can see. Or maybe he just go out with the boss to have a coffee more often than me, or whatever trick. So I would be curious to find out what made him success. Okay, now I have talked a lot. It's your time. So now what I would like to invite you to do is to spend 2 to 3 minutes with yourself and consider what are your triggers. Yeah. And so what you can do is look at the 6 triggers. Try to write down 1 growth mindset, but more at 1 growth mindset and 1 fixed mindset. I would suggest you start with the fixed mindset one, because it's easier that we can work to convert into growth mindset, right? Growth mindset is very obvious. And if you have time, you can write for both.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Can you open the slide where these 2 things are defined, because I'm late in the lecture. So please open that so that I can see, and then I can write those things. The fixed mindset and the growth mindset.
To write, sorry, to the which slide?
The back slide. Go back.
This one?
No. Yes, this one. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Please.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, you can also take reference to this slide, everyone. You can take out a piece of paper and maybe your own notebook. Just write down, recognize what challenge triggers your fixed mindset, what kind of fixed mindset you have, and which kind of obstacles trigger your fixed mindset. Or maybe among the 6 triggers, you say, Karen, I don't have trigger for the first 4. I have only trigger for the last 2, which is also fine. It's for your own awareness. Now, I put it bonus because we are not always with growth mindset. There must be some space left for fixed mindset, right? And so now the bonus is a question. That's also brainstorm a bit. In which scenarios you must apply fixed mindset? Can you think of any? I give you one example.
Okay. Excuse me.
Memo, you go ahead.
Yeah, I want to tell mine. Actually, I realized it this weekend that what's the utmost limit for me to stop myself from anything I'm doing, and that is like my health. My wife my daughter and everyone think that my health is the utmost like limit for them. So whenever something is affecting my health, I'm going to change the methods.
Wonderful, cool. Okay. You remind me one reminder my first coach teacher mentioned. He said, hey, this is just a joke. He said, now you're learning coaching. And he tell all the guys, don't try to coach your wife and mom. This is the only two person you don't coach in the world. And for the ladies, don't coach your husband.
They
But
are the
I'm very
bosses. My wife is a psychologist, so she knows.
Oh, that's good though. I'm also lucky because my husband also learned coaching. So now sometimes we can ask each other's help. Say, can you coach me for some time? Okay. Now we know we're doing the coaching. We're not just
So
husband
do
and
you
wife.
guys have
That
any
works.
conflict? Like, what if conflict arise? Like this is a very sophisticated method of doing things. So what you do then?
We need to wear the right hat in the moment. That's my personal opinion.
Okay, I'm sorry
Yes.
if you have minded.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know if I get your question right. Well, between couples, I do believe we carry different hats in different occasions. For example, when I wear the wife hat, I would not try to use my professional skills. I just behave as
That's
wife.
great.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah. And when my husband really tell me he might need my advice, he might want me to put on my professional hat, I will put on my professional hat. But if he just want a wife, I just be a wife.
Cool. Good.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. It's. I'm happy to hear it.
Cool. Yeah. And yes, so what else situation we need to be really applying fixed mindset? I give you some example. When there is law compliance, the financial policies, and something that we shouldn't do on integrity, right? And those are the red lines we don't touch. So for example, if you are running your own business, for sure, you don't want people to break the compliance. You don't want people to coming always late or taking under table commission on sales. It's zero tolerate, right? So for example, I used to work for a luxury retail brand, and then we have one very strict rule because we do have employee discount. So this is for employee to enjoy the discount. However, some of the employee buy things and then resell on internet. This is fixed mindset. This one we do not allow, and this person will be fired. And even in future, other brands might not hire this person. I'll just give you some example. And for example, finance policy, no fraud, and always follow the tax rule, law, and etc. This is one example. Belong to mention anything that's belong to values and conduction, not fixed mindset. And boundaries on fixed mindset. Yeah. So if we talk about personal development, these are not our mindset. But if you are a business owner, you are like a gatekeeper of something. If you are the head of the compliance department and other people say, come on, don't be so stubborn. I do encounter the situation that they learn growth mindset and fixed mindset in the same training class. And then one sales guy, he wants some flexibility to get a contract. So he talked to his fellow in compliance department and say, come on, just take growth mindset. don't take fixed mindset. And so people start to misunderstand the concept itself. And Matt is right. In that moment, there's boundaries. It's not about fixed mindset. Yeah. And so basically, if we talk about success, or we talk about development, and I will always recommend to recognize growth mindset, to identify what is a trigger of our fixed mindset and try to convert into growth mindset as much as we can. While if it comes to, like Matt mentioned, value or boundaries or policies and stuff like that, and there's no space for flexibility, then you can say that's fixed rules. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Cool. And this is actually all I prepared for today, because I know time is very short. But thank you so much for all your engagements, a lot of interactions and insights and opinions. Now, what I would like to invite you to reflect. Thank you, Jennifer. Is what was your most aha moment? Most important aha moment? And what do you decide to change, and how would you take action?
Boom! You made it here! Good on you. Make sure you click the subscribe button below and check out the playlist at the end. If you'd like to come along to our Sunday sessions where we host a live free Q&A for our students and members, you're welcome. I'll see you there.